enough. So, hello again, everyone. We are continuing the series of product webinars, and I am Anastasia Nikolaicheva, solution architect in Yango Tech. And today's webinar is about our shelf picking solution, and it will mostly be relevant for grocery retail business owners who are thinking about going online, but not yet sure how to do that. So let's move on to the agenda of today's workshop. We are going to discuss what is the right approach to go online in 2025. After that, we are going to have a talk about most popular order fulfillment models today. We're going to have a talk about trends to go online in 2025, discuss different pains and the tools that you can use to eliminate those pains. And we, of course, going to discuss our shelf picking solution from Yango Tech and how that solution can help you during your online journey. So some people may think that in 2025, it is probably too late to go online, or the market is too crowded already, and is it going to be too hard to go online this late? Well, we definitely want to ensure you that the market is still growing. Moreover, by 2029, it is expected to generate $1.85 trillion revenue. And on average, a share of global shoppers who are choosing to shop online is 25% right now. And this share, this percentage is growing rapidly every year. So it's safe to say that online grocery market is growing, and going online is not late, and it's totally worth it. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. E-grocery has always been and will likely remain a challenging segment to crack. It's has always been very hard to grab market share in this segment, and it stays hard at this time. And since 2020, there was when there was a takeoff in grocery businesses, actually e-grocery businesses, a lot has changed since that. Probably in 2020, all the businesses started to go online, and they were all in a bit of a rush, and probably they had not a lot of strategic thinking in mind. But now the situation has changed, and all the businesses that are going online should keep their attention on the most important factor of their businesses, their profitability. And what does that mean? We need to draw our attention to the costs we spend and the revenue flows that we have. Moreover, for different cases, for different retail offline businesses, different methods of approach to go online are relatable. So if we think about the huge city with high population density and with a very high demand on a very high service level, it is one situation. And if we talk about a rural area with a low population density, and when there is no demand for a very high service level, where like 2 hours delivery is still a good thing, and people will go for 2 hours delivery, these two cases are very different, and depending on the area in which your business is developing, depending on this factor, you should choose the right order fulfillment option, which is going to be relevant to the specific location, to the specific customer profile, and to specific service promise, which is relevant in this area. So, given all those given all those, we have three most popular models of order fulfillment, and they may be thought of as kind of a hierarchy. So the first level of development is shelf picking. That is spoiler. That's what we're going to talk about today. And since it's like the first level of development, it's the easiest way to start your online journey because it involves the least amount of um, capex investment. And of course, this shelf picking scenario can be implemented very fast, since shelf picking is basically starting to prepare your online orders in that very offline store that you have. So offline orders are going to be prepared in the same area, in the same shopping aisles where the offline customers are choosing their products to buy. And of course, with the advantages, always come some disadvantages. And the shelf picking has some clear disadvantages, like unpredictable speed of order fulfillment and delivery, for example, since order picking can be very slow, and that's why the delivery is going to happen also very slow, and it's very hard to keep the delivery promise here. And moreover, there are some problems that would result in inaccuracy of stock. But using this model, average order number that you can prepare during the day is from like 0 to 100. So up to 100 online orders can be prepared using that shelf picking model. The next level of development is a gray store. Gray store means that you create a separate area that will work on online orders fulfillment. So it's still that very store, offline store that you have, but you create a separate area where only pickers that prepare online orders work, and none of offline customers are led into that space, into that area. So that creates a better operational advantage, but still there are some inconsistencies in inventory. And since we have two inventory flows for offline and online in one area, in one business, there could be different problems with a lot of integrations involved. So it's still really hard to keep that working in a very efficient way. But that gray store model lets us to prepare from 100 to 300 orders a day. And of course, the investment that is needed is higher. In this hierarchy, it's like a middle investment. So if shelf picking is a really low investment, the gray store is considered as middle level of investment. And of course, the dark store is considered as like the highest level of hierarchy. And with the dark store, which is a separate building like this, not just a separate area in the store, it's a separate building where everything is built to serve the online order preparation. And that dark store scenario is no doubt is providing the best user experience. And dark store scenario can help to eliminate all the missing items problems that are inevitable both in shelf picking scenario and in gray store scenario. But of course, dark stores model has its own disadvantages, and it is a very, very high level of investment that's needed. So that's why it's definitely not suitable for all the businesses and the market. So we have talked about those three models, and we understand that there is kind of a hierarchy. But remembering that I told you before, we should understand that for different areas, for different service level expectations, for different customer profiles that you have in your country or even in your particular city, different models of online order fulfillment are suitable. So if we are going to talk about retail, offline retail businesses who are starting their journey to online, probably shelf picking is going to be the best option for them, especially if the cities and the countries where they operate has low population density, especially where the service level expectations not very high. So when the customers in your area of operation are not expecting like 15 minutes delivery or 30 minutes delivery, in this case, if your customers are good with like 2 hours delivery or an hour delivery, shelf picking is your option because it basically saves you a lot of resource and lets you start your online very fast with a minimum investment. So let's say we are decided to go online with the shelf picking model now. So what are the areas to focus on? When preparing to this webinar, we were looking through a lot of reports, and some of McKinsey reports advised us top 5 areas to focus on when starting online business. And first of them is, of course, a mastery of grocery retail basics. What do I mean by that? The quality of products that you sell, the pricing options, the promotion techniques, merchandising, and category management, all of that is a part of your business now. But for online purposes, all of that should be changed for the new reality of online. So the pricing, the promotions, the merchandising, it's all very different in the new reality of online. So that mastery of grocery retail basics should be adapted for the new online reality you are going to. The second point is product and customer experience. Of course, we all know that it's very crucial to focus on customer experience, but in online reality, customer experience is dependent on completely new factors here from the offline retail business that we are used to working. So in the online, customer satisfaction is going to be dependent on keeping delivery promise. It's going to be dependent on accurate order preparation, on the good packaging. And of course, it's still going to be dependent on the quality of products that you sell and on the pricing policy, but some new factors are coming into light. The third factor is new business models and revenue streams, but that, of course, is something that every business should decide for themselves. And fourth and fifth factors here is something that I really want to draw your attention to, since it's something that we could influence with technology that we are choosing. And that is operational excellence in picking and packing of offline orders and digital analytics and technology that you implement in your business. So when we are focusing on those 5 focus points, we can actually have everything to build a successful online business here. So let's focus on the operational excellence and technology, and let's say how all the younger tech solutions can help to solve all the problems that are common for online businesses that are just starting their journey. So there are some common problems here. It's low picking quality, since we are in the offline store and your employees are just starting to work in the online area, and they may make a lot of mistakes when they are preparing online orders. So that leads to low quality, and it also leads to a very low speed of order preparation, and that leads us to canceled orders, refunds, like smaller average order value, and other vital metrics for online businesses to focus on. It's also going to be a very high cost of fulfillment. So if our picker employees who are working to prepare on online orders, if they are all going to be preparing orders very slowly, of course, we're going to pay a lot of money for them, because it's an hourly wage in general for those kinds of types of employment there. And of course, it's going to lead to poor customer satisfaction, and retention is going to be low, and the profits is going to be low. So I think it's very understandable that all those common problems are resulting in a drop in a list of a very vital and important metrics for online grocery business. But we are here to talk about how our YangoTech tech stack for optimizing shelf picking solution can help to eliminate all those problems and help to solve them. So here are some points that we could really influence. Since we are proposing order management system, picker application, and a lot of different technologies that I'm going to talk about a little later, we are resulting in time saving. We are eliminating any errors during order preparation that are based on human factors, since all the pickers are equipped with their devices and they have like no opportunity to make a mistake. We, of course, optimize labor, since all our employees are getting the tasks in their personal devices. And it all, of course, leads to cost efficiency, since we don't have to pay to our employees for a very, very slow order preparation. We maximize productivity here. We, of course, enhance customer experience, since we are preparing our orders faster, we are delivering them faster. And moreover, all our systems let your business to be data-driven. So we gather a lot of information, a lot of analytics that will help you to understand where are your bottlenecks, at what areas you should put your attention to. And if you decide to make some changes, those decisions will be definitely data-driven, since you understand how your online part of the business is working right now. So with what kind of solutions we are going to help retail businesses here? Basically, YangoTech provides the whole tech stack for optimizing e-grocery businesses. We have everything from client application, where customers can place their orders, to order management system and the picker applications that helps us to prepare the orders. And we also have a last mile solution for delivery of those orders. And around all of that, we have a lot of admin panels that help to configure those solutions to make it the most efficient for particular business. But today we are going to focus on the parts of our solutions that are meant to automate shelf picking. And it's going to be order management system, first of all. Order management system is a back office system where we store all the information about online orders that are happening, that are coming from different order flows that you may have. It may be some marketplaces, it may be your personal client application, it may be even a call center if you're operating with a call center right now. So basically, order management system is gonna take all the information about your online orders and pack it up in understandable dashboards and monitors, so you will understand how all the orders are being prepared, delivered, and how high is the customer satisfaction. Moreover, since all the employees during the order preparation are equipped with personal devices, we understand how productive their work is, since our store employees are all equipped with the picker application on their personal devices, and all of the operations are done through scanning. So every order preparation involves a picker, an employee who is preparing the order, involves him to scan every item. Since that happens, we have a record of every action that our employee does. So that's how we can analyze his productivity. And if there is something that is preventing our employee to work more efficient, we can analyze that with the data and identify that bottleneck and do something about it. And also we provide a support admin panel, which is basically for all the areas of your online business. But since we are talking about like the shelf picking, the order preparation part here, we have the separate line for picker support. So all the pickers that are in the process of order preparations, they have an opportunity to chat with support manager to ask some questions that are like occurring during the order preparations. And we provide all the technical base for that support panel and all the processes for that support can be also advised with us, but you, of course, would have to hire some employees who are going to be operating that support admin panel and who are going to be answering your picker employees. And the support here is also going to be able to make some actions for the order. So support employee can actually cancel the order if there is some problem with it. They can add or delete some item from the order if that's necessary. So basically, support is something that should definitely be in place, and we also provide a technical base for that. So let's see how the shelf picking process is done with the help of our solutions. So let's imagine that the order is coming from any resource, any source that we have, and we are picker employee who is in the store, and he has his own personal device with the picker application installed, and he gets a notification with the new task about a new order that they should prepare. They open that task and they see that there is a list of products that they should prepare. After that, all the products are grouped into categories, so it's like the most efficient way for the pickers to go around the store and pick the order. Sometimes, of course, the situation with the missing items is happening. What do I mean by that? When the customer orders something, but we don't have that in stock, we would have to replace that item or delete it from the order. And of course, it's a better practice to try to replace that item since it saves our average order value. If we're going to be deleting items from the order, our order value is going to be lower and lower. So we built the process for optimized replacement situation where our pickers can actually choose the replacement and then approve that replacement with the customers via phone call. So let's imagine that we are preparing the order now, and there is some product which is not in stock. we are scanning the first product, it's in stock. We are scanning like the second product, it's in stock, but the first product is not in stock. So we are searching for the substitution item and scanning it as a replacement. And after that, we have an opportunity to call the customer so he could approve that replacement, so it wouldn't be a surprise for them. And after the customer has approved that or disproved that, there may be, of course, different cases, we make that clear in the application, of course. After that, when the order is ready for packaging, we are getting some tips in the application for the packaging. Those tips may be different. Each store, each business owner is going to decide which packaging tips should be placed in the application. But basically, it's something about packaging household chemicals in a different bag, fragile items should be on the top, and probably frozen items should be also stored in a different bag, and so on. So we actually try to put as much information in that order, in that picker application. So we try to control all the picking process as much as we can. So that's how we eliminate mistakes. That's how we try to control everything here. And the last step before the picking process is finished is sending information to point of sale system. It may happen via integration seamlessly, or it may happen via generating a QR code. And with that QR code, a picker could come to physical cash register, and that's how the information about the order and its order value is gonna be sent to POS system. So that's basically how the process is built. It's in a very short version, but let's dive into main functions of it so we could understand which little things, which improvements are very vital for saving costs and making the process as good as it can be. So first of all, of course, the interface for the pickers in the Picker app should be friendly. The language should be very simple. The pictures for every item should be very clear. They should really reflect how the item is looking in real life, so the picker wouldn't be confused with the picture and the item looking differently in real life. We are also trying to give as much tips as we can. I mean, some advice for packaging, for replacement, some tags if this item is prepared, if that item is out of stock. So we try to make everything very clear for our pickers, so we make the process as easy for them as we can. We also have automatic grouping by categories in our picker application. What do I mean? As I already told you in the very beginning of process, we see the list of products that we should collect. And those products are grouped into categories like fruits and vegetables and soft drinks, for example. And those categories, of course, should be listed in a very certain order. So the picker goes around the store and he doesn't go from like one corner of the store to another corner of the store. We should provide the best route for the picker, so the picking process is at least faster, right? And we can actually optimize that order of the categories according to merchandising that is present in the store. So that's actually what can be done for the picking process to be faster. We are also able to automate preparation of weighted goods. So we basically integrate with the weights that you have in the offline store, And basically, everything is happening just as it would happen as it would happen for offline customer. So you just take the weighted goods, you just take the needed amount, and you weight it on the weights and just print the barcode, and then we are just scanning that QR code as if we would scan it for any other item. But of course, with the weighted goods, there can be some problems. For example, the customer ordered 1 kilogram of potatoes, for example. And if that's a weighted good, we should understand that it's very, very hard to weight exactly 1 kilogram of potatoes. And when the picker comes to this task, he weights some portion of potatoes, and he gets like 1 kilogram and 30 grams. And if he puts one potato away, it's going to be two. It's going to be not enough. So what does the picker has to do? Actually, here we also have a solution where in our client part, we programmed it like that. So we could charge the customer a little more in the very beginning for the weighted products and for the replacements that may come during shelf picking process. So during the preparation, picker understands the order value that has been shown to the customer when he placed an order. So when we are preparing weighted goods, we understand if we exceeded that amount or not. So probably if we weighted too much, we should probably like move that potato away to make that weighted good weight less. So there is also the scenario for replacements approval. We are going to dive into that a little later. I already also mentioned that we can contact support right from the picker application. That's a thing that we have to do, have to have in place, because there are some different situations happening. For example, like most of the order is not in stock. What should we do in that situation? Maybe there is an emergency in the store and all the orders actually should be canceled at that point. So basically, we should text to support, and the support is going to be probably canceling all those orders or whatever is needed to make the situation better. So the support is a really vital thing here to have. And there is also, as I said before, the QR code for generating the order payment information. So we could send that information to point of sale system, but it's also one of the options. So that's just something that nice to have if that's relevant. So yeah, basically we have already talked about all of those functions that make the life better here. And let's also focus on the grouping of the categories. I already talked about that, but let's dive into that a little deeper. So basically, we are when the picker is starting his task, we see all the products divided into categories, and the system automatically groups them. So we understand that the route for the picker is the best and most efficient. We also provide some tips that can be also sent to the customer's applications. We, of course, provide that with our customer application, but that can be also probably done with other options. So we actually have an option for the customers to tell us how they want us to handle their missing items. it's not a secret that in the shelf picking model of order fulfillment, it's a huge problem to manage inventory. So basically, missing items is something that is going to inevitably be happening every order or every 2 orders. So we have to be prepared for that. And the best practice that we implemented in our solutions is to ask customers if we should replace the items that are going to be missing in their order, or if we should substitute it with something with something relevant. So basically, we have the process built like that. In the client application, we have a toggle that a customer could easily move if they want to remove or substitute some items if they are not in stock. So basically, when the customer chooses remove on that toggle, the picker gets the task with a tip to remove out of stock items from the order. And as you may see, in the picker application, there is no option to replace any of those items. So there is just no button for replacement at all. And that's how the customer actually manages how we prepare their orders. And if, of course, we push the button on substitution, our pickers would get a task to look for replacements for out of stock items, and of course the replacement button and everything that you would have to do to make a replacement of a missing item would be available. So how the scenario for replacement will look in detail. So we are starting an order task. We are starting to scan every product moving around the store. And when we are starting the task, we understand if we have to remove that item, missing item, or if we have to substitute it. When we are supposed to remove the item, I don't think that process is interesting for us. So let's just concentrate on the process where we make the replacements. So we understand from the very beginning that we have to make a replacement. So we are moving around the store, picking the order category by category, and we understand that there is no soft drink, for example, that we should put into that order. So there is basically nothing to scan to put in the order. So we understand that, okay, there is soft drink, which is very similar to that drink regarding the price and the volume of the drink. So we actually can just put a replacement button, push a replacement button, scan the substitution item, and after that, we are gonna be able to call the customer to approve that replacement. And of course, if there are a lot of replacement in the order, it's better to make all of the replacements and then call the customer once to approve all of them. Moreover, we get asked that question a lot. If the order is on hold, for example, during the order preparation, we have to make some replacements. And what does the picker should do? If should he just stand there and wait for the customer to answer, or what should he do? So basically, we actually can just close that task and start another task until the customer has answered. So during the order preparation, we can make a pause and come back to that task after it has been paused for the client's approval. So that's actually not a problem. And we have an easy access to customer's phone number here, we can either install the picker application on the smartphone, or it could be personal data collector device or something like that. So we could either call from the very device that you're using, or picker could use separate maybe personal phone to call the customer here. And after the replacement has been approved, we can move further with the order preparation. And when the preparation is done, we're just preparing it, we're just packaging it and send it to delivery. But that's how the process looks now. But we have plans in roadmap to implement the replacements into our client, into the client part of our solutions. So in the roadmap, basically, it's going to be looking like this next year. It's this alteration, this development of our product is planned for 2025. So basically, how it's going to happen in 2025, customer would get a notification about the missing item. Then he's going to open that notification and he's going to see the list of missing items in his order. Basically, at that point, when the customer gets the notification, opens it, and decides what to do with his replacements, the order is being on hold. So the picker actually can move on to other tasks and then come back to the task when the customer decides with replacements. So when we see the list of missing items, we have an opportunity to either delete, of course, or replace those missing items with something relevant. And on example of bananas here, we can see that if we push replacement for bananas here, we can see that the relevant category just opens in the customer applications. So everything that is relevant to bananas here can be chosen as a replacement for that missing item. There are even like dried bananas here, like some different kinds of bananas from different kinds of the world. So everything that you have in stock, everything that you have in your assortment that is relevant can be just pulled here for the customer to make their substitution of the missing item. And after that, after choosing all the substitutions, customer just approves that replacement, and the order is again starting to be prepared, and the picker sees all of those replacement items and can easily finish the order preparation. So I have already started to talk about that, but what is one of the most important parts of our solution? That's the ability of our solutions to work for more than one order stream. So basically, let's imagine that you are already integrated in some marketplace which is relevant in your area, which is popular in your area, and you are starting to open your own like client application, your own channel, like branded with your business name. And in that case, marketplaces that are, in some cases, they are giving like their own picker applications. And for your own client part, you would have to implement some different picker applications, since the manual picking is not a very good option. So, and that's why your pickers are going to end up with two picker applications that are like getting orders simultaneously. And what does the picker should do? That's not very clear. So basically, we propose our solution as the base for all the order streams that can be coming to your store. So it can be client application, website, and some list of marketplaces that you may own, or it may be a call center, for example. That's also an option in some countries. Some countries are still using call center as an option for remote orders. And all of those order streams can be gathered in one order management system that we provide, and all of the orders can be prepared using our Picker application and order management system. They are going to be all in one line, and we are just going to be seeing which source that order is coming from. So that is actually one of the best practices that we should think about when we are thinking about the best way to utilize your resources. So we are actually moving forward, and there are still a couple of questions that we need to cover about our shelf picking solution here. And the point I want to cover is about our order management system. So we talked about Picker application a lot, about Picker's behavior in our store in the process of order preparation. And all of that is, of course, very important, but that's not the whole solution that we provide. Basically, order management system and the Picker application is one system which is available in two clients, right? One of them is Picker application, and the second is desktop solution, online solution for example, store supervisor, who is going to be responsible for all the store operations, and that person, with the help of our order management system, he is able to see how efficient and how productive everyone is working, what is average click to it right now in the store, what is average order preparation time, what is like the time the orders are waiting for pickup by a courier, for example, since it's like the next step in the order delivery is the delivery itself. So basically, we are providing a lot of reports, and here is one of them on the screen, where we see all the orders in all the statuses available. So some of them are awaiting preparation right now, like 17 of them are awaiting preparation right now. One of them is preparing. And we can also place some tags on those order tails. Like we can see that some of those orders are containing fragile products or frozen products or something like that. We can also see who is responsible for this very order. So we have an easy access to the person who is responsible for this order right now. Let's imagine we are in a huge store. So how could we understand who is preparing the particular order? Only via some kind of solution that helps us to understand that. And why do we need to understand who does every order? For example, there is some mistake made during the order preparation. Of course, we would have to know who prepared that order and who made that mistake. We would have to take some action after that to eliminate that from happening ever again. And we can also see if there are some problems during the order preparation. For example, order preparation or waiting for preparation is taking too much time. The orders are going to be highlighted actually with the red color, and we would understand that these orders are hanging here for too long. So that's also a point of action for us. So we could just go to that dashboard, see who is preparing that order, and we could take action to like prevent that from happening ever again, and we could help with that particular order so the business continues to work as it should And so we keep all of our metrics high enough for us. We also have different reports available. So basically, the report that we just seen, it's like an order tableau where we see all the orders in real time. But we also have some statistics here. So as I already said, all of the operations during the order preparation with our solutions are done through scanning. So all of our picker employees are scanning every step they do. And of course, we gather that information and we analyze that information to understand how long does the picker, how much time does the picking take, how fast is preparation of every item, how fast this picker employee compared to another picker employee, and so on. So we may build a lot of cases here, and we may analyze a lot of hypotheses here. So basically, we have a report about the store with average numbers of preparation of one piece, with the queue wait time, with the percentage of losses. And those reports are available for different periods. We can just easily choose the period we want to look at, and they are also available for different time intervals. Like this order should be available for the day interval, or for the week, or for the whole month. And there is a lot of graphic representation, aggregated statistics. So that's actually a good base for analytics that must be done in any business. And also, there is a lot of information about every picker. So if, for example, your bonus structure for the picker depends on his productivity, we could easily take the information about each picker and his average statistics on how fast he's preparing, how much mistakes does he do, so how many mistakes does he do. So basically, we can just look into that information, and based on that information, we can understand how much do we owe that person. So basically, that was it about our shelf picking solution. And just in the very end, I just want to remind you that Yango Tech is a company that has a huge expertise in food tech, and we are helping our partners to go online. We have a lot of partners at the moment, and we wish to have more. Since we have a huge expertise, we really understand how to make the businesses profitable. And as I already said, we have a very good solution for shelf picking, and it includes order preparation for multiple channels, and a lot of features that actually help to optimize your resources and your time. And we also develop our product really in a very fast pace. So more new features are coming very soon. So thank you very much for listening. Do we have any questions? Okay, okay. So since we don't have any questions now, thank you for listening, and please contact us if you are interested in our shelf picking solution or in any other solution that Yango Tech carries. Just goodbye and see you soon.